September 26th, Stock Playbook. This is Dave Dispinet giving you guys just a sample of what we do on a nightly basis for our subscribers. Check out our site at stockplaybook.com. See what we're doing today. Getting a lot of questions. What's going on with this market? The bottom's in, we're bouncing back. No. We can go higher for another couple of days. Dow Jones up 272 points, 2.5%. No volume. Lightest day to the upside that we've seen since back in July. Okay, NASDAQ Composite was up 33 points, 1.3%. The S&P 500 up 26 points, 2.3%. Again, lightest volume to the upside that we've seen since going back to July. What you're seeing is end of quarter window dressing. You saw the same thing the end of the last quarter, June. Remember we were selling off? We said we had a date with the 200-day. We got there. We thought we were going to break lower, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere we got this crazy rally, brought us almost back to the highs on light volume. End of quarter window dressing. Then we resumed the downtrend. You're going to see the same thing. I don't think we're going to go anywhere near obviously the last quarter's window dressing highs, but we could certainly go to 1200, maybe even 1210. 1220, I think that's a stretch. The point is, we're kind of in no man's land. I don't think you go ahead and you try to catch it to the upside or the downside, but you need a tight stop. You should have been, short for this sell-off. Then you buy the dip, the support at the 1120 range. You got lucky today and Friday with a little bounce. We thought we could get a bounce. We said that to our subscribers through tomorrow. But now you start taking profits. If you caught any of the moves in the stocks we recommended, and we're not going to go through them here, but you can listen to our video and talk about them. But Silicon Motion, SIMO. This is a name we flagged for our subscribers back on the 16th of September. It hit a new high right here. We said we like the stock. We're not going to chase it. But on this day when it closed at 1350, we said if it pulls back to 1150, 1150 area, you get long and you could play it for a bounce. On Friday the thing was $11.40. On Thursday it was $11.50. So maybe you bought this dip like some of our subscribers have, and now you caught yourself a quick 18% in 2 days. You take that money and you run. Just like with SPXU. We had, all over it. We loaded up on this thing. We shared it with you guys, even the free version. We said load up on this thing at 17 and a half. You got a nice solid move, 21.64. That's 24% in 2 and 3 days. You take that money and you run. You at least half, which is what we did. We sold half of our remaining half today as it was selling off and lost that 20 level. And now we'll look to add that back as we come in towards 18 and a half. We'll add a little bit. At 17 and a half, we'll load the boat again because we think this market's going lower. Gold, which we called as a short when everybody and their brother was buying it up here, we said you got to short gold. You had the crack here, then you got the lift back up, hit new highs. We said this is a bull trap right here on this day. On the 6th, that was less than 3 weeks ago, we said this is a bull trap. 185, now down to 157. If you're fortunate enough to catch the sell-off in gold, you got to entertain taking some profits now. We're still holding some of our gold short, but covered a majority of it. As it comes in towards that 1,500 an ounce area, the 200-day moving average, that's where we'll cover the remainder of our shorts and maybe even take a stab to the upside. You want to see how we're playing silver, SLV, or some of our other stocks that we talked about today that we're setting up really nice? I think you should sign up for a free trial to our product. Take a look at the stock playbook. I think you'll be impressed. Don't pay attention to any of this noise out of Europe. This EFSF, EU, IMF, it's just a Peter and Paul. Take it from one to get to another. There's no real wealth being created. They're continuing to kick the can down the road. I don't even expect France or Germany to accept this preposterous plan that's being discussed this evening. They'd have to assume the debts of just about all the European Union, and I don't see that being something that's in the cards. So some people saying we lifted based on good news out of Europe. I say if that's the case, you should probably start shorting this market again, because the good news in Europe today will be bad news in Europe in the next 24 to 48 hours. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.